All right. My name's Unknown. I'm hosting this Shadowrun session, and my party members from top to bottom. We'll start with Dave.
Hi, I'm Dave. My character's name is Yodi. He's a stealth combat boy. That's basically the gist of it.
All right, and then we have Rear Admiral Futbucker.
So my name's Rear Admiral Fuckbucker, or just Fuckbucker. My character is Hashbang. He is a talkative and a high-class hacker.
Miri.
I'm Mary. My character is Shade. Not being the Beslin School Siege personified, she's demolition expert in combat, and also like a bodyguard person.
Alrighty, Nim.
I am Nim, and I'll be playing Steve. He is a wage slave at Evo Accounting.
And then we have Jojo.
I'm Jojo, and I'm playing Naoko. She's a former Japanese idol who's also a party face / street Sam, because katanas.
And then lastly, but not least, Whoosh.
Oh, I'm Whoosh. I'm playing Bruce Jeremy. He's a former journalist turned rigger for the rest of these guys. That's about it.
Alrighty, and so what happened last time is they just ran a small kind of mission for a group, kind of like a little side mission, so it's kind of not really that important to the overarching story. But where we left off, Dave, Fut, Miri, and Nim, or Nim's old character, had completed a mission, and they had 2 weeks of downtime. And we'll start off after those 2 weeks ends. So, Fut, Dave, Miri, you guys get a phone call from your fixer, White House, saying that she has another job for you.
Alright, what's the job entail?
She didn't say. You can meet her in person at the Traptum security office.
Not in her yacht? I'm disappointed. Okay.
You all three get that message. Nim, you did get an email that when you have to go to work tomorrow, you need to meet with your supervisor, Ted. So just keep that in mind.
All right.
Jojo, you've been recently introduced to the idol group. So you're one of the side idols, and per company policy of Universal Entertainment Seattle, you need to have a decent level of combat training because you're going to be like the most closest person to the big popular idols. So your producer has sent you with one of his friends to get a little bit of experience doing some other kind of work. So you'll be meeting at Traptum Securities with the rest of them as well.
Okay.
And Whoosh, one of your reporter friends who's doing some kind of shady work that you're kind of aware of, sent you a address, nothing else, and says be there at this time. So you'll be showing up as well with the rest of them.
All right.
I'm gonna text Fat and be like, pick me up, please. I have no car.
I'm afraid you'll have to ask Nisa.
Pick me up because my car is trashed and currently sitting behind an alleyway behind a McDonald's so that you didn't die.
That sounds a lot nicer.
I'm gonna take the bus.
I've got an armored transport, so I'm just gonna. It's not really an armored transport. It doesn't look like one anyway. It looks like a box truck with a Seattle Journalist Federation or something on it. I don't know, some union thing.
Gotta unionize.
Stop.
Alright, so we meet in front of the Trioptimum security offices.
Yeah, so 3 of you can meet up at the front there. The other ones haven't arrived yet. So I guess you guys will head on in to the front lobby.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
Upon entering the front lobby, so the front lobby is still missing the windows. There are new doors now, but there's still plywood up where the big bay windows used to be from that incident with that other APC. The receptionist notices you guys immediately since, you pretty much look completely out of place, and sends you right upstairs up to the top floor.
Out of place? Hardly, madam. I look like I perfectly belong here.
Yeah, same. I actually have like a suit and stuff.
I mean, I'm a journalist. I know what's going on. I need to know what's going on. So
No, you definitely don't belong here.
I'm with these guys. Come on.
You're not there yet, actually, Woosh.
Alright, so we're gonna head upstairs, and I guess we just start knocking on doors until we find the one that White House is in.
You know exactly what it's the same office that you met that guy in.
Oh, okay.
It's the main office. So Whoosh, you then arrive next. Park your nondescript box truck and enter the front lobby. You look a little bit more in place. You're not overdressed or underdressed. You're just normal. And you approach. You let. I'm assuming you let the secretary know
Oh yeah,
what you're
cool.
here for. And she sends you upstairs.
All right.
And then lastly, Jojo, the bus stops about across the street from the address, and there you are. So I'm assuming you head in as well and say what you're here for, correct?
Yeah.
All right, and they send you upstairs. So the first three to arrive in the office is Dave, fucking Miri. So you guys take a seat on the little couch against the wall. White House is sitting there on top of the desk with the other guy sitting at the desk. And she's just casually waiting. Once you sit down, she continues waiting, so you're assuming someone else is bound to show up. And lo and behold, first arrives a reporter, and then an idol for some reason.
So, what are you guys doing here?
I got an address and I was like, hey, this could be interesting. Because a friend of mine was like, hey, address, go there. Could be cool. So, I'm here and... Yeah. Why are you lot here?
So, you seem to have a very odd demeanor about you. I mean, what with all the nice intricacies going on with your eyes there. Do you happen to specialize in something?
Let's just say, drones. I'm a reporter, so of course I need drones, It's the modern age.
Ah, yes, drones. Yes.
It's the current year, guys.
It's not, it's 2075.
Anyway, so then White House speaks up. All right, so I have gathered you all here today. I got a job for you guys. It's gonna be a try not to make too much noise kind of idea. Catch my drift?
You're gonna whistle innocently.
Yeah.
I'm
You should
going
be
to
whistling.
grimace, obviously.
You should be grimacing, obviously.
Yeah.
So I have you three, since you're my go-to. And then, in addition, my friend over at Universal Entertainment Seattle sent over our good friend here to learn some tips, tricks, and ways of the trade, if you catch my drift. So please treat her well. And the reporter fella, well, you remember that reporter you rescued? Yeah. So more fun, right?
Okay.
So let's get to the nitty-gritty. There is a evil lab that has a certain chemical compound that I want. I want you guys to sneak into said compound, steal it, and then leave. Any other information you can grab might hold some value. I can tack on some additional cash. The usual works. It's a secret lab, so before you start asking me, hey, where is it? Good question. I don't know. That's what makes it a secret. But I do know it's somewhere between Fort Lewis and Puyallup, the regions. That is the best information I've got, unfortunately. This is going to be a big job, so I'm willing to shell out a good bit. I'll pay $2,000 up front and $8,000 after. And then in addition to whatever good pay data you find, I'll maybe be willing to let loose a couple extra pennies.
So perhaps you could tell us what company or what corporation we'll be going against.
She said Evo.
Evo?
Yep. I'm not saying that in character. I'm not gonna make Hashman look like an idiot.
He's already doing that for
Just
himself.
Yeah, I can do that myself very easily. Thank you very much. Now, if I'm not mistaken, Evo recently had a small problem with some, nanobots being leaked in New York. I don't know how terribly normal this run may be, so I'm wondering if maybe we could do 4K up front and 8K afterwards. Would that be within your acceptable range?
Roll me a negotiation check.
All right, give me a second.
The first roll of the night.
Oof.
Joy, do you have negotiation?
Critical.
I
fail.
do as well.
You should assist him on this then.
So-
Assist him? Okay.
Well, she has to talk.
Yeah, you have to talk. You have to say
So-
something first.
The roll kind of helps, but what really matters, at least when I'm, the way I look at it, is what you say and how you say it plays a big influence compared to. So how you describe something or how you're trying to negotiate or con somebody will change the target number you're trying to hit. That's the way I like to do it.
And this is why in social situations I keep my mouth shut.
I have 3 successes on negotiation.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah, Jojo, you gonna do anything or?
I'll just have to figure out what my character's going to say first. I really probably shouldn't have picked face. I think his terms would be good contractually for reasons. I'm awful. But yeah. So rolling whole pool. I'm super new to Shadowrun.
Yeah. So it's gonna, if you look at your character sheet.
So I get 12. Seriously?
Well, okay, so that's pretty all right.
So another thing you can do, for every 4 dice you have in your die pool, you can buy a success, if that makes sense. So let's say you have a die pool of 12 and you want to buy 3 successes, you can. Or you can, buy 2 and then roll 4 dice. Make sense?
Yeah. Okay, I got 4. I rolled it and I got 4 hits and 3 ones.
Okay, so the ones only matter if there are more 1s than there are 5s or 6s, or if there's 1s but no 5s or 6s. So if you get, successes but more 1s than successes, you glitch, which means something goes awry, but you still get those successes, they still count. If you roll nothing but 1s or other numbers, not 5s and 6s, it's a critical glitch, which means something bad happens.
Okay.
But it has to be no successes, just glitches.
Okay.
Yep.
So as long as I'm under, I'm fine. Cool.
And if you have the same amount of glitches as successes, it is still a success, not a glitch.
Yeah, that has to be more.
Okay.
Alrighty. White House ponders your change of tactics. So you want me to pay extra because someone in New York did something, is what you're trying to tell me, right?
Not particularly New York and specifically. However, it is known now that Evo is delving into research with nanobots, and we are well aware of the effects unrestrained nanobots can have on an individual's mentality, psyche, and by taking over their bodies. This is not something I'm very privy to, and I feel a little extra would be deserving of such a possible risk.
This does seem like a dangerous job.
You said, of course, this is a unknown lab, hidden lab, by Evo, and being used for unknown reasons. Why else would Evo possibly want to have something like this? Chemical compounds could easily be deemed in relevance to ensuring that one does not contract CSD.
Fair enough. And if you die, I still save money. You get yourself a deal. 4 up front, 8 after.
Thank you very much, madam. So out of character, hey Mary, is that enough to get you next month?
Yeah, I actually,
Cool.
I'm okay. I prepaid by month, quite a bit.
Okay, just wanted to make sure we had enough for you.
No, I'm good.
So, madam, is there any other information you could possibly glean to us that you might imagine? We know it's Evo. We know a general location of it. The compound that you're looking for. Can you give us any information on that?
Yeah, it's a secret lab, so it's going to be hidden. I know, surprising, isn't it? I'm working on a contact I have to see if I can get an inside guy for you guys. I'll have to get back to you on that. We're still working on it. But I have
to interrupt real quick, I meant the chemical compound that she's looking for. As in, what is the chemical?
The chemical itself, don't worry about it. Just get it.
Well, if we knew the chemical, that could give us a lead on trying to chase down the location. If we knew its use or perhaps some other sort of method about the chemical itself, it might lead us into finding more about the creation process, which would lead us into fronts of locations and contacts we could discuss with in finding where they're taking deliveries to.
I'd much prefer you not to talk about this compound. It's going to be at that lab, and it'll be hard to miss, I guarantee it.
Well, all right then.
Any other questions for me?
I do not believe we have any further questions. Oh, wait, yes, I'm sorry, I apologize. I do have a very important question. What is the deadline?
As soon as possible.
Well, thank you very much, madam. We'll be in touch.
Of course.
Gentlemen and ladies, I gesture towards the door.
Alright, I'll be in touch about that lead that I'm working for the inside man. Alright, so you guys are going to be packing out. Nim, you wake up in the morning. It's 5 a.m. Your eyes are bloodshot. You're tired, a little bit hungover. You had your after-work whiskey. So you kind of groggily wake up out of bed. You fall out of your bed, trying to put your pants on. You slum your way toward the door, being the wage slave you are, and you go into work. You did get that email yesterday about having to meet with Ted. What do you do?
Well, I swing by a drive-through, get a cup of coffee, and head to work.
God bless. Just God bless. It hurts.
It sounds exactly like what we would do.
That's exactly what I do.
I think that's what everyone does.
Shut up, Dave. You're ruining this.
I'd get a breakfast sandwich and the coffee, but you know, it's me.
I sometimes get the breakfast sandwich depending on if I'm feeling okay. Anyway, so Nim, you arrive at work. Now what? Are you gonna get started first? Or are you gonna go straight to Ted? What you gonna do?
Well, what time did the email say the meeting was for?
Just as soon as you can to talk to Ted when you're available.
All right, I go walk up to Ted's office to see if he's there.
Okay. He looks like
Imagine not
he's
going to
in,
your computer first.
and
double
his
check
door
your
shut.
emails.
I knock.
Yeah, come in.
I walk in.
Hey, Steve. I'm glad you're here. Finally, about time. So, listen here. Shut the door behind you, please.
I shut the door.
Good. So, I got a transfer for you. I hope you don't mind. It'll pay a little better, and I need you to do some stuff for me. If that's okay.
Alrighty, what's...
I know you like to dabble in some illicit means. I'm not judging you for it. We all have our little secrets. But
I have no idea what you're talking about, sir.
neither do I. He pulls out a cigar from his desk drawer, lights it. So, I have a friend who needs a favor, and they reached out to me, and I want you to help me with this favor, and I can give you some of the resources allocated from this favor, if you catch my drift.
Will this get me in trouble with corporate?
Maybe. It depends on how sly you are about it. So the transfer is official. That's good to go. So you being there is not wrong. You know what I'm saying? So I have you transferred to this facility. It's a storage facility, or that's what they say it is. And there's going to be a group of people who need help getting inside. And that's what I want you to help with.
Alright.
They're paying me a pretty big penny to do this. I'm willing to share that with you.
Oh, will there be a promotion afterwards?
This is a promotion. The transfer is an increase in pay as well.
Alright.
If you choose to accept.
What is the job description? What will I do in the...
They need their budget rebalanced because they've been getting funds from outside sources. So, the, what do you damn bleep just call it? It's an audit. Yeah, an audit.
Oh, that's a step. Yes.
So what do you say?
Well, how much is the raise?
It'll be a 5% increase on your salary. And I will give you some of the payment I'm receiving as a bonus as well.
Tax-free, I assume.
Of course.
Well, how much time do you get there? When do I start?
I'm sorry, say that again? You cut out a little bit.
How much time do I have to get there? When do
Oh,
I
you start today!
Alright.
Anything else?
I'm gonna need the address.
Yeah, so it's, he writes it down on a piece of paper, slides it across the table. It's gonna be over there. Don't tell anyone you're going there. That place doesn't officially exist. Don't worry, I already packed all your things. They're gonna be shipped there, eventually.
Alright. Pin my, is it my ID card's gonna be accredited over?
Should be. If it's not, just reach out to, the security office and they'll sort that out for you.
Alrighty. Anything
Fantastic.
else? Anything else?
You got questions for me? I hope not, but, yeah, that's all I got for you. So you head on over there and, do me proud, or I'll find you.
Alright,
And ruin your job.
You normal.
I get out of my office!
I leave his office.
Alrighty.
I assume, check my box for my stapler.
Oh, no, your cubicle's already been cleared out. There's nothing there.
I really hope my stapler's in that box. Alright, I guess I head back down to my fucking car and drive off.
Alrighty. Back to the main group. What are you guys doing?
I guess I ask everyone else. So how are we gonna go about finding this place?
Why? By exploiting the useful social interactions that one could possibly encounter on a day-to-day basis.
Yeah, so
Most
next.
of these others are going to go off somewhere else and have fun and get away from us, and you and I are going to have some fun
I
around
ain't going to
town.
be calling police station about black sites.
Honestly, to be fair, I'd rather not, hey guys, where's the chemical compound that we're supposed not to know about, but we're looking for?
Where is it?
Yeah. Do you guys know about any top secret Evo labs around here?
Oh, yeah,
Like,
they've got them really well.
So to begin with, we tried to work around the bush rather than beating it with a broad axe.
I mean, I'm sure I could, chuck my drone up and have a look, but yeah, it might not be the
I mean,
wisest.
you will find many, many buildings there. We need some clues to narrow it down. But as we could both see, or all see, the White House was less than forthcoming about some clues that I'm sure she had some information on. So I propose, let's find out what White House is looking into.
I'm not gonna argue.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Fine.
Okay, alright. I am going to do a computer check on what Tri-Optimum Securities... No, I really don't have a lead that way, do I? Okay, so... Shit, where do we start? God, looking for Evo Holdings, or Evo subsidiaries in between the two areas specified. What was that? That was Puyallup and Fort Lewis, right?
Yes.
Okay, so let's do a computer check on that, and let me double check my die pool there.
And silent.
Hey, look, alright, I gotta make sure I get everything up correct here because I got a lot of stuff to add together. My limit is not just my limit anymore. I went even further than.
I guess we're all just staring at you dick around with your phone right now.
Something like that. We're walking towards a cafe or something. Upper Shack! Because futuristic Waffle House.
Hell yeah.
I love me my future waffles.
Mm-hmm.
Many a legendary Shadowrun campaign begins in a stuffer shack.
Yeah, that's how it works.
I'm new to Seattle. Do they have burgers here, or?
So, Stuffer Shack is not actually Space Waffle House, but that's just the easiest way to imagine it. Its reality is that back in like the 80s and 70s, the big thing was you had prepackaged foods, like prepackaged burgers and shit. And so Stuffer Shack is actually a prepackaged food place where you literally walk up, insert a couple new yen into a slot, slide up the door, and grab whatever the hell's there. So it could be like a prepackaged burger, it could be like a soy bar, it could be a beer, it could be anything.
Oh, like, what's the English word for them? Capsule machine.
That's something like a
But
capsule
with
machine.
food instead of toy.
So
That's
have
so
you ever
cool.
been to, say, like the hospital, and they have like little spinny things where you spin it or whatever, and they have like burgers and salads and shit?
Yeah.
It's literally a vending machine.
It's like that, except it's across an entire wall, and there's actually usually like some sort of a kind of kitchen staff that will refill it with shit.
Okay.
So that's actually what Stuffer Shack is supposed to be.
I mean, it's pretty
canonically.
healthier to eat shit
But
than
you heard me
know.
try and explain that shit, so it's just better and easier to say it's futuristic Waffle House.
Yeah.
Or Space Denny's.
Space Denny's. Because there's a thing called Rust, prepackaged burgers here. You stick them in the
Same
microwave.
Denny's for when you actually go into space in Shadowrun, because they do have Stuffer Shacks in the council space chambers and shit. Anyways, so 13 dice, 3 hits. This was for looking for holdings or subsidiaries of Evo that exist between the areas of Fort Lewis and Puyallup.
How many successes? I'm sorry.
3 successes.
Unfortunately, you don't find anything current on Evo Holdings. There is a subsidiary on the southwest side of Puyallup. It's near Mock City and Roy, somewhere around that area.
I do not have the map up of Seattle. Would you mind dropping that in the chat real quick?
Boom.
Thank you.
That's how
Okay. You said somewhere between Mock City and what?
Moxie and Roy. So look at the southern part of Fort Lewis, and then go a little bit east and north.
Oh, okay. I see what you're talking about. Alright, so if I were a corporation and I'm trying to be secretive, I would hide away from Roy. Alright, how many miles? Let's see, that's about 1,000 foot, the size of my thumbnail, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 12. Okay, so that's like maybe 3/4 of a mile there between the two diagonals, so I'd say roughly, I don't know, 2-3 miles of searching. Hey, so Mr. Jeremy, if you don't mind me calling you that, my understanding was that you're an enthusiast of aeronautic drones, is that correct?
Yeah, you're not wrong.
Wonderful. Well, I've managed to dig up a little information of an area, and I pass you the location that I've found.
Okay.
Well, I could do this a lot easier. One second, I'll be right with you guys. Hold on. Copy. All right, if you check BBS.
Yep. Okay,
So,
that's the area.
in that area, we'll need to scout out for probably a obscure and secured facility of some sort. Likely there'll be some defenses, so you'll want to make sure that your drone is, well, it can see rather far or is rather evasive.
Oh, my drone is something special. Let's just call it that, shall we?
Okay.
Let's just call it a stealth drone. Military tech. I picked it up a while back and been meaning to use it for, journalistic research.
Well, I assure you, this is a very wonderful journalistic opportunity for you.
Yeah, it's a little Lockheed X2.
Is this
I see you spare no expense.
is this a new state of the art?
Oh yeah, definitely.
May I see this drone?
Yeah, sure. Come to my definitely box truck, and I'll show you guys.
I'll put my hands on her arm real quick. Madam, please remember, of course, that we're not to wander off into strangers' vans alone.
Oh, I know.
It wasn't
That's
you.
why
that was
we're all
Mary.
going this. Oh, okay. I forgot there's two girls.
I also completely forgot me
Hey,
character's name.
I thought you were just being creepy on an idol.
No,
No.
no, he's being creepy on the Russian.
Okay.
Because the Russian just agreed to go into a car with a person she just met.
The Russian can also murder almost every person in the room.
Yeah.
Well, true. It's polite to remind her that it's not safe.
Trust me, I'm a journalist.
Fake news, fake news.
My country is of loving journalism too. We help very much.
I know
in the United
lots
States.
of guys who say they're journalists and then try and take naked pictures of you in the back of a van.
Well, I've got trustworthy credentials.
Madam,
Yeah.
I'm very sorry about... Do we need to find you some help or assistance? Is this really the safest place for you?
Who, me?
That one was to you.
Oh, I'm fine. And then I kind of just pat where I'm concealing my Fichetti self-defender, or Fichetti needler.
I smile and nod. Condescending.
Also, I've been open carrying 2 katanas this whole time because I have a license.
Oh yeah, I forgot
And the
about.
cringe gets worse. God.
Oh my god!
Don't forget Edge is a stat.
Don't worry, guys.
Shadowrun,
I've got a
edge
katana.
stats.
I've got a katana license. I'm just gonna dual wield them. Wow. Oh.
No, one's a backup.
I mean, and to think I've just got like a sort of
A
little...
samurai always use 2 weapons.
3 hours flight.
He's right.
I mean, I left my Nodachi at home.
4 actually, because most samurai use bows, then went to katana, then went to the short sword, then went to the dagger.
Bows? That's a women's weapon.
boss.
Bows.
That's only things that retards that actually don't know anything about samurai say.
My throat hurts. Throat hurts from doing that voice.
You just need to make him J. Jonah Jameson.
Give me bitches of Spider-Man.
I want you to go audit this place. Give me audits. I want
Give me audits of Spider-Man!
I want that audit of Spider-Man on my desk by Friday.
So,
Get out of my office.
So we have the rigger going to do aerial reconnaissance over a very large area. That's probably going to take some time. So we don't have a whole lot of other useful information to go on outside of hopefully him coming around and spotting stuff for us.
You get a ding on your comm link. One message.
Okay, who's it from?
White House.
Oh, wonderful.
Wunderbar. If you open it, it does say that her inside man plan was to fruition. So whenever you do get near the area, the signal's going to be
Suspense.
the anticipation killing you.
God damn it.
Just transvestite from transsexual Transylvania.
But you're gonna slam a warehouse door really, really hard, like down. I know, subtle.
Are we going to blow it up? I mean, blow it down, or like?
Like it's gonna be raised, and you're just gonna slam it down, like roll it down, but just loudly.
All right. Well, gentlemen, White House's inside man has managed to dig up information. Apparently, our signal to find him is we will slam a warehouse door down very hard.
Nim, at the same time, you get a phone call from Ted.
You got Steve.
Hey, Steve, it's Ted again. So when you're there, when they're there, they're gonna slam a warehouse door really loudly, more loudly than usual. That's gonna be the signal. That's them. It's genius, isn't it? I came up with it on my own.
Yeah, well, in your genius, you also should send that bonus.
Oh, I will. When you're done with the job, though, because I need to make sure you do it. You know, collateral.
Now, Ted, I am working here for life.
We all are. We all are, Steve.
A little bit of good faith would be nice.
Yeah, I got you transferred with a higher pay rate.
That was part of the job.
There's more money in your pocket. Listen, I need that audit. By Friday, I need the audit of that place now.
All right, Ted. Whatever you say.
And he hangs up.
I can smell cigar smoke coming through my comm link.
And Air takes a nice gulp of water.
It's not the most pleasant voice I've ever done. Anyway, so it's
Go
probably a
ahead and
good
start the
solid
audit.
30-minute drive to that new location.
Alright.
I mean, my armored vehicle has 8 seats. So
You're
if you
not
can-
in this vehicle with me.
And him still separate.
Yeah, y'all have no idea who I am. I have no idea who y'all are.
Oh, okay.
I'm probably gonna call the cops.
Cowboys. So I just hope no one's gonna like metagame when I do stuff with Nim
Oh, no.
in the area. I'm just gonna hope for the best there.
Alright, do I need to take any fucking vehicle tests on the way there?
No, it's a pretty easy way.
Alright.
You've driven drunk before enough times.
Yeah, basically.
Don't talk about my personal life, please.
So anyway, just Nim, you're heading out toward the city of Frederickson, on the west side of it. You're going to a warehouse compound that kind of just is like disheveled. You do eventually make it there. It's walled on 3 sides. On the front side there's a bit of a chain link fence and a little guard booth, and that's about it. And there's in that compound there's 4 buildings. If you're looking at it from the entrance, there's a big one in front of you, one to the left, one behind the one in front of you, and then one in the far right corner.
Alright, those entrances or those warehouses?
Those are the warehouses inside the compound. To get into it, you need to basically drive up to the chain link fence where the guard booth is and present your documents.
I present my papers.
Papers, please. The guard just kind of looks at him.
No Colchians.
Yeah, your papers are good. Go on in.
Alright, where's the office at?
It's gonna be at the building most to the rear. Not the one on the left or the right, but in the center rear.
Alright, and I ask him what's the best place to eat around here.
Start with Shat.
Aye, aye, cat.
So I guess you just head to the
Inside,
main
to the
office. And then you're directed toward a small little cubicle in the far corner. And there's a bunch of like at least 50 binders and books of like just money and finances, and man, you got a lot of work to do.
More importantly, is my stapler on that desk?
Your stuff hasn't arrived yet.
I am disappointed. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the finances.
Alright, back to the main group.
All right, so Bruce is sending off his drone. Let's see. Hashbang will try to find a nice cafe nearby because I'm tired of Stuffed Shack, and I need some decent coffee.
Alrighty, it won't be
So for-
that difficult to find. You're downtown, so.
For drone control, what do I need?
Are you
Yeah.
doing it directly, or are you gonna let it do its own thing?
I'll let it do its own thing.
So basically, you're gonna send it off from wherever your launch point is.
Yep.
And then you're gonna use clear sight and evasion to just fly it. It'll just kind of go. If it doesn't have either of those, then it just does double its pilot rating, and that will do its thing, and it will roll its dice, or you'll roll its dice, whichever
Okay.
one you prefer.
So I've got rating 6 for both evasion and clear sight, with a pilot of 3.
So it's gonna have a die pool of 9 total
Okay. Right. Let's.
for both of those actions.
Okay. So let's do.
What is it
Yes.
looking for in particular? What directive have you given it?
Well, just the search for the describe sort of any sort of compounds that look vaguely. So if they've got, say, sensor arrays, turrets, any sort of decent, suspicious, sort of a high level of defensive gear that, you know, that they don't want someone snooping around, and therefore it
You,
would.
you realize you're sending a drone to fly around Fort Lewis, right?
Ah, yeah. Shit. Well, it's it's the middle of nowhere, though, where we're looking at, out by Mock City. It's just sort of a couple of roads and some lakes.
Yep.
I won't launch it yet. I'll wait until we get closer to the target, or something, I don't know.
I'm assuming you're probably gonna drive out to like Roy or something and launch from there.
Yeah, I'll drive out to Roy. Let's do that.
Okay, sounds good. So yeah, just go ahead and roll both of those for me, and then it's gonna take some time for it to finish its run.
Okay, right. So that is... So 6s are...
Successes. 5s and 6s are successes. 1s are
Okay.
glitches, but they only count if there's more of them than there are successes.
So that's 4 successes and a glitch.
So just 4 successes.
Yeah, 4 successes.
For both, or just that one roll?
That was the first roll, and the second roll is 5 successes and a glitch. Or 5 successes.
Okay. It's gonna take some time for it to do its thing. But
Okay.
anyone else doing anything important?
Not really. Not besides, you know, sitting in the rigger thing in my car, just checking all the stuff works. And, you know. I should probably load my shotgun as well.
I'm gonna take lots of pictures of his drone when it takes off,
Okay.
and then send them to the Russian embassy.
Okay.
All right, I am going to do So I want to start checking cameras in those areas, or I want to check the shit. What's it called? DriveNet? Fuck.
The grid. For
Thank you.
Grid link.
So I'm going to check the grid link in the area for different types of trucks that may have been delivering to warehouses in that area to see if we can shrink down the area.
Fuck, that was my idea.
Ha! You can assist me with that if you don't. If you have hacking.
But we're not there with you, are we?
Also, I am doing this through computer
cute.
searches. This is why
Okay.
I'm like just walking around, because I can do this anywhere.
And yeah, I'm gonna tell you that that's a great idea, and you should definitely do that. Specifically, look
Okay.
for Evo trucks.
Well, that'd be too obvious. I think if they're trying to be sneaky or something about it, they would probably not make them as Evo. They'd use their subsidiaries. But that's getting too specific. I want to try to I want to net a large amount of information and then filter it down.
Okay.
In that note, I have 2 successes. Oh, thank God.
All right. So searching the grid link for a lot of trucks in the area. There's a lot of trucks that travel from north. They head south and then they cut west. And then they go back up north through the reservation and into the base. So they'll go down North Warren Street, cut through Roy, go down 282 or Street South, follow that all the way to the Lewis Tank Bridge. Hold up, this map's messed up. I lied. They take a different road.
Which one?
They come. They're coming through Roy Cutoff Road, which is the north part of North Warren Street. They'll take a left onto that unnamed road, which then travels all along the Muck Creek, and then heads north on Range Road, all the way up to the base.
And they come out from where and head down Warren Street?
They're coming from the north.
Okay.
It's a little bit outside the church parameters, but they're coming from up there, from like the civilized part of life.
All right. You said they cut through Roy to come down to. That's a long way to take just to get down to the base. Especially when the base is to the north. You said they're going off from Roy, taking a couple roads down there and passing by the creek.
So they don't. Yeah. They get off of Roy Cutoff. They take the roads to Muck Creek, and they follow that westbound until Range Road.
The street names aren't showing up for me. Not on all of them.
Yeah, the ones out by Muck Creek don't have names.
Yeah, okay.
So they're like service roads, dirt roads, etc.
Okay, so this is probably going to be something closer to Roy than anything. I think at this point, I could try sorting this down further, but I think it'd just be a headache trying to sort it out myself. So, I think we should just leave it to Wishin, his drone.
Okay, so is anyone else do anything for the next hour or so?
Yeah, I'm going to take my car back to my house, and then I'm going to call a cab to bring it back to this location. And before, of course, I'm going to remind everyone to please stay here while I take care of my vehicle. It's too dirty downtown. I can't leave it here.
All right.
Want to ride back or?
I got a cab.
I'm gonna find the coffee
Alright,
machine.
Your call, man.
There is no coffee machine, Nim. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to make do with some like instant coffee mix and some water, because there's a water cooler.
Is there
I
a
take selfies and
microwave?
post them on Instagram. No, I don't.
No, there's no microwave.
Oh, no.
Frankly, there's like no people there, to be honest. You're just kind of you. There's occasionally a warehouse worker that comes through to move some stuff around, but that's it. Okay, so an hour or so passes, and let's see here. Boosh, your drone comes back. It did find a group of buildings
Okay.
right off of Lewis Lake that are associated with a subsidiary of Evo.
Okay.
It's on the south side of Lewis Lake.
Okay, I've got the map up. So it's south side of Lewis Lake. So down by just one of the many services. There's a service road pretty much directly underneath Lewis Lake. Is
Yeah,
it around
that's the
there?
one.
Or? Oh, okay. Right.
So you have to understand, Mock City, it's literally a fake city that was built by the military for training purposes.
Oh, okay.
Hence why it's called Mock City.
Yeah. So found the buildings and
Mock City, since all the wars and everything's changed, Mock City's actually been started to be used by soldiers as housing, essentially.
all right. So they probably wouldn't, like having a sort of X2 drone flying overhead, snooping. They probably get a bit suspicious, but
I mean, at the same time, it might not be that suspicious.
yeah, it is a military compound after all, a military base. Right. Guess I should go tell them that I found the buildings.
You can do that either in person or electronically, or however you
Oh,
wish.
I forgot. What was today in game? Day of the week?
It's Monday, of course. The
No.
worst day of the week.
It's probably just a hangover.
Because I'm down by Roy. Are they still in the main city. I guess I'll ping them electronically. So I sent a message off with like, I think I found the compound down by the south of Lewis Lake. Looks like the one. It's a subsidiary of Evo Corp, according to my drone sensors. So best of down here.
Anybody gonna respond?
Can you pick me up?
Yeah, sure.
You might have to drive all of us, because
I've got 8 seats. It's
one
fine.
guy said he was taking his car home because downtown was too dirty.
Okay then, I guess we've
Wait,
got plenty of
Told me to wait
spaces.
here, though. Okay.
Yeah, hop in. I'll head back to the rest of the guys. And yeah. So I land my drone, sort of pack it away, and yeah, go and pick up the idol and head back.
Well, I'm the landmark. They're coming to where I am, I think.
No, okay. I'll just pull the not a box truck up and set it down.
You know what? At least it
Okay.
doesn't have a giant pierogi on top of it.
Yeah. I mean, it's chameleon camo, so I can make it look like whatever the hell I want it to.
I mean, that pierogi did have a PKM in it, so
The pierogi definitely doesn't turn into a launch pad for a military-style drone.
I mean, group vehicles will always be some kind of food truck. Like, that's the rule.
Yeah.
We're gonna have a
PKM
hot
seems
dog- we're
tastier
gonna
than
have a hot
drone.
dog hover- We're gonna have a hot dog hovercraft.
Yeah, it's a sort of pierogi van with Mr. Brzęczyszkiewicz's famous meat pierogi. Yeah.
Alrighty then.
Wait, don't you have Union like written on the side of your van?
Yeah, but it's chameleon camera, so I can continue to Mr. Brzęczyszkiewicz's pierogi
She's
truck.
just gonna clap the new guy on the shoulder. It's good. It's good, friend. I too am fan of unions.
You know how
That
it is.
joke is bad.
Boo, hiss. Anyway, I feel like I should pull it into sort of a secluded area and change the chameleon camo a bit less corporate. I mean, I don't know, because a food truck wouldn't look out of place, like a sort of food delivery, frozen food vehicle going to a compound.
It's a Schwann's truck.
Yeah.
It's very hard to do my accounting homework when I don't remember what I was supposed to do.
Well, supposed to play Shadowrun. Come on, man. So we have an idea where we're going, correct?
Yes, I pinged it all too. It was down by the south side of Lewis Lake on an off-road service road.
I had IRL stuff. Like
Oh,
I was
okay.
taking a look at it and I missed all of it. I'm sorry.
No, that's fine. So I found the compound with my definitely not a military stealth drone that I somehow acquired. Yeah, so I pinged you all with it's down by Lewis Lake on an off-road by Mock City. And yeah, I'm waiting for everyone else to rock up. The idol's still standing there as the landmark. I'm probably going to go change the sort of journalist news van into a frozen food truck for the sake of it's a bit less suspicious.
Wait, so you took off with the van.
It's my armored vehicle. It's an armored.
You took off with your armored truck, right?
Yeah, down to Roy to do some reconnaissance.
Oh, son of a bitch. I was hoping we could all pile on the vehicle.
It's got 8 seats. I can drive back. It's fine.
Yeah, he's
Alright.
coming back to pick me up, and I'm a landmark, so just meet at the useless
Yeah.
pylon that looks like a goth lolly.
Elf. I've got plenty of seats, so you can all hop in the back of my not an armored vehicle. And we'll
See,
just cruise
no one
down.
questions the person with 2 katanas when they're dressed like a goth lolly.
That's
with the tiny top hat.
insert fucking tiny hats joke reference.
Yeah, some sort of obscure meme.
Needs more hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it does. Just a few.
Well, this is all. Since she has a small hat, that means she has less.
Right. So I pull my news van up, park it, turn it off, and step out.
You guys are at Loose Lake?
Well, no, we're waiting to. I'm gonna go back and pick everyone up, and then we're gonna drive down there.
Yep.
After I've changed the chameleon camo in a secluded area to a frozen food truck. You know, the ones that deliver to like big corporate places.
Okay, sounds great. So everyone does make it there, and they all pile in the truck, and off you go.
So it's kind of full of drones and tools and whatnot.
I'm sure it's nothing new to anybody.
No, not really.
Sort of slightly rattling around because, yeah.
It's a rattling around. You didn't do it right.
Oh no, I secured it. It's fine. You know, it's with like bungee cords and.
But is that secure though?
It's perfectly secure. It works.
Yeah, no, at my work, man, I use paracord to tie everything down. It's secure.
Yeah, it's like
Oh
bungee
my
cords,
fucking God.
paracord, and,
Yeah, sometimes if I turn too sharply, things will fall through the paracord, and it makes big crashes.
I mean, it's mostly just securing tools to the walls and stuff. All the drones are sort of stowed away in like strong boxes. And, yeah. No,
David, you may have a can of spray glue. You can secure everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say don't mind the exposed copper wiring. I'll fix that later.
You do know Tupperware exists, right?
That's like copper wiring.
You can get all kinds of different sized Tupperwares.
What, just got to keep the drones in huge Tupperware containers?
Yeah, those big
Not for
plastic
the drones,
oil
but all the
things under your
tools.
bed.
Huge Tupperware container for
You know, if you move the wires just right on the floor, you can kind of make a little seat.
Well,
It's actually rather comfortable.
Nap-on toolboxes are just expensive Tupperware.
Yeah, I mean, I've sort of turned the sort of toolboxes into seats. I put cushions on top of them, you know, to make the journey in an armored vehicle slightly more comfortable. Just a bit though, nothing special. It doesn't make sense.
And we continue on our journey.
Yep, down to Lewis Lake.
Okay, are you just going directly to those buildings, or are you gonna stop before them?
Let's stop outside about a good 700 meters.
So basically, at the
maybe-
intersection that turns eastward.
Yeah, because that gives us a good couple of escape route, just in case.
All right, sounds good. So you guys make it down there after about 45 minutes to an hour of driving, and you see there's like 3 freestanding buildings. One's 3 floors tall, and the other 2 are single-story buildings. There's no outward labels written on them or anything, and there's not really an AR overview or overlay in this area either. So it's very casual and kind of dingy, all things considered.
So if I send my drone out, can I build up a sort of map of the area for everyone else?
You already pretty much do.
Okay, so I already have because I found the buildings. and
It's
that's sort
just 3 buildings standing next to each other. That's all it really
Okay.
is.
of, should probably try and grab a internal floor plan or something if possible. You know, maybe scan it from the air or something. Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to declare already that I am taking everyone's connections and I'm slaving them all behind my comlink.
You sure? Because my rigger command thing.
Yeah, all your stuff is going to be behind me, so that if anyone tries to attack your stuff directly, they have to go through my comlink.
Oh, okay.
Plus and a minus. This means that I've got a firewall of 6 on my comlink,
Ooh.
so it's pretty great.
Yeah.
But that also means that if they do get through that, then we're all exposed again.
I mean, because my rigger command console has a firewall of 6, and my standard comlink has a firewall of 3. So.
And you can put your comlink behind your rigger command console. And
Yeah.
So it uses that firewall. And that's behind me, so they have to get through me.
And then my command console, and then my comlink, and you know.
Defense in depth, yes.
Yeah. I feel like I should just, pull my wireless fired shotgun out and start loading it, because, it might get dangerous.
Because that's not going to make people nervous.
Oh, no. I mean, we are going into extract what is essentially anthrax.
Big
yeah.
assumption.
It could be nano anthrax.
Yeah. Probably.
It might not just fuck up or
Could
screw up
be
our
makeup.
lungs. You go first. I was just.
I'm saying it could be like makeup or something. Who knows?
We just don't know. That's the thing.
I don't know if I want to use experimental makeup that Evo makes. I've heard things about Evo.
Listen, friends, this makeup will make you so pretty.
You realize that some of your Bioware is made by Evo, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm currently rummaging in the glove box for a 12 gauge for shats.
Okay, so
I guess Evo makes pretty much all the Bioware, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
So many
Yeah,
Japanese stuff.
They're like the big Bioware guys.
Yeah, because I've got a control rig too and a bilateral coordination coprocessor. So they're both probably Evo.
Anyways, what are you guys doing?
So, checking to see if we have any wireless pans in the area.
Roll me a perception to look for 'em. Noise rating of 6.
Oof.
Alright, hold on a second. I'm gonna switch some stuff around on my deck then. Fuck. Get rid of encryption, and we can put on signals. Alright, so that reduces it down to 4. Ugh. Hey, Rigger, does this thing have a satellite uplink?
Was a truck? No,
God
don't
damn
think
it.
so.
Okay, signal scrub. So I'm only taking a -4 to this action. Great.
Sorry, man.
Oh, you're fine. I have 3 successes.
Okay. There is some pans in the buildings. About 3 or 4.
Okay. I'm gonna pick one at random, and I'm going to do a hack on the fly. Sleaze.
Don't reach your noise rating.
Yeah, my noise rating is still 3. Got it.
It's 4.
Well, I have 7 hits with a. Hold on, that would be a 7 on there, plus 1 for the stealth. So I have 7 successes in breaking into the comlink.
Okay, you're in.
All right, and then as part of the hack on the fly, I was successful, so I get a computer check while I'm inside the node. 2 successes. It's also a glitch in perception.
You're not quite sure why, but you feel like there's a massive ton of hidden ice in this comlink, and this is a bad place to be. But there's stuff in here, some files, some contacts. But you don't know, you're not quite sure if you can get to it.
Files and contacts. Okay. Really, I just want to know who the comlink belongs to.
A John Doe.
It's seriously just named John Doe.
Yeah.
All right, so I got into somebody's burner phone. Great. Fuck it, copy all the data. And I'm going to do just that. Just start copying all the data I possibly can off of this thing.
All right, is anyone else doing anything in the meantime?
I have an idea for Bruce. Do you want to go recon the perimeter with me and see how many guards there are? If we get caught, we can try and con them out and say that, like, you got a photo drone, I'm dressed like a goth lolly. We can just say we are wandering around for a photo shoot and got a little bit too close.
You're aware the only other 2 drones I have are the sort of medical-looking quadruped and a wheeled medium drone with a smart gun strapped to the top of it.
Well, you leave them in the van, obviously. We're just
of
gonna.
course.
We're not even gonna get too close to the perimeter. Do you have binoculars or anything? I kind of don't have crap for this kind of job.
Oh, look.
Hey, Shay.
Like,
I don't
I'm only
suppose
here
you
because my
happen to
manager
have
told me to be
brought
here.
along the wishing stick you were using the last job.
Oh, I have a sensor collar with a microphone and a camera, so, that should pass for, photo shoots.
Hey, Mary.
Hey, me.
Yeah. Do you still have your Mosin Nagant?
Yes.
Cool. Use your work with Naoko and Bruce on scanning the perimeter.
Okay. I'm gonna go roll the big perception dice.
So I know Shade's rifle has an imaging scope on it, which is going to provide you magnification, seen from distance.
All
Joe.
of my guns do.
Okay.
I got 2 hits, but do I get extra dice?
No, the
I do.
imaging scope allows
Enhancement
you.
rating number 1. I get 1 extra die, which will be a hit for 3.
I'm sorry, you're awfully quiet.
I have 3 hits.
Perception looking around the area.
Yeah.
And I guess, do we assist on that roll, or
Yeah,
do we do separate ones?
I'm going to roll perception as well. Let's pull off 6 dice.
As will I.
That is 4 successes. And
I got
1
2
glitch.
successes.
Hey, fuck, can you roll me software plus logic? Your sleaze, basically. I'm sorry, not that. Yeah, roll me your, resist damage.
Resist matrix damage?
Yes.
Okay.
Data bomb!
Oof.
Yay, data bombs! Let's see, that would be firewall plus willpower. Right?
However you resist, matrix damage.
I should know this, and I don't.
You'll be resisting 4 damage. Miri, for your perception check, you don't locate any outdoor guards whatsoever.
Okay, I'm gonna pass that information along to
I can barely hear you.
better. Okay, I'm gonna tell Hashbang that there are no guards on the outside that I can see, even with all my thermals and fancy scoping.
That sounds trustworthy to me.
And I guess neither of us see anything.
Did you guys roll perception checks? I'm sorry.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, I got 2 hits and 1 glitch, and I don't know what you got.
I got 4 hits and a glitch.
Okay, the glitches don't matter
Okay.
unless they outnumber your successes.
At which point it's a glitch instead of yeah.
Alright, no, you guys don't spot any outdoor guards.
Guess I best send my drone up. Also, when I launch my flying drone, I've got subtle pilot drone, which gives him a -2 to perception, or -2 to rolls on perception, I think. So, just a heads up.
Alright.
I can also ignore terrain with Steely-Eyed Wheelman and get a +1 on engineering with Grease Monkey. So I'm going to launch my drone again, set it to autopilot evade, and also
Clear sight.
yeah, clear sight and autopilot or evasion. So
Just over the area.
yeah, just over the area, see if there's anything major. That is 4 successes for evasion and 5 successes for clear sight.
As of right now, he doesn't see anything.
Okay, so I guess we should, attempt to sort of sit here and wait. Because if there are no guards on the outside, then they've probably been alerted. I don't know. Right.
Alright, so aside from the data bomb, do I get all the data off?
You get everything up to you set off the data bomb. So you got a partial list of contacts and a partial, half completed file.
Alright, so I'm going to do a matrix perception to see if there's any ice that have been notified because of the data bomb, or if there's a spider, or if something's responding. That's 4 successes.
Someone's doing a sweep of the comm link currently.
Alright, I'm going to hop out of it then.
Alright.
Alright, I'm going to go to another comm link, and I'm going to try to break into it.
Alright, everyone who's outside, in the main building, the 2-story one, the front door opens up and some angry-looking person comes outside.
Back in the truck. Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Hey,
Head
what
back
are
to
you
the truck.
doing?
Oh, we got
He
spotted?
yells out.
Who does he spot?
The 3 people who are outside.
I'm
But
invisible.
Okay, other than the invisible guy,
I can use cloak for magic.
but you didn't.
No. Oof. Right.
So more specifically then, I'm going to try to find his comm link and break into it.
Okay, go ahead.
5 hits.
You don't get in.
Son of a bitch.
Well, I radio to everyone in the truck that we are, I comm link to them that, we've been spotted. And I try and con my way out of this by telling him the story that we came up with.
It's a photo shoot, yeah.
Yeah, I'm cosplaying.
And I've got a sensor collar for, photos.
Okay.
That's my
roll
pool
me
for
your
con. 10. It says fast talk +2 on my character sheet.
Are you fast talking or
Yep.
are you just conning?
I guess just conning. So
Fast talking basically means like you're going like a million miles an hour, just jumping from topic to topic to topic, kind of just leading them away from what they were originally trying to go after.
Who all is getting caught?
kinda how-
Is it me? Well, is it not
Whoever
me?
was outside.
Joy, and so is it Whoosh, Joy, and not me? Is that invisible? Okay.
terrible these commands. Okay, 1 hit, 2 hit, 3 hit, 4 hit. And only 3 ones, so no glitch.
No, you need to leave. Go, get out of here.
Well, we're going right now.
And tell your computer friend to stay away from my stuff.
We don't have a computer friend. Sorry, we don't know what you're talking about, man. But we're going. And then we get back in the van and say to be careful whose phone you're hacking, dude. Angry Russian guy.
Yeah, I'd be really pissed if Ivan there, man.
The car smells faintly of burnt silicon.
Ooh. Should have bought some air freshener, really.
I guess that guy's phone wasn't the only thing that got bricked.
No, that doesn't smell good. My armored vehicle now smells of burning silica. This is going to take a long time to scrub out.
You're telling me I've been sitting in here for how long here while Hashbang almost got his brains blown out by computer magic or some shit.
Yeah.
Dave.
Does he look normal, or?
This
I'm
thing still
sure
look
he's
like,
fine.
I was going to say, this thing still does look like a frozen foods truck. If we could just drive up there and...
The Hashbang himself is fine. It's just his deck that got
He's on fire
banged up
again.
a bit.
Okay, because I want to make a joke if he looked fucked up or was bleeding from the nose or anything. I skipped that.
You'll get your chance, don't worry.
Yeah.
So are we sure we have the right place?
Yeah.
Pretty sure.
I mean, hey, this doesn't look like the place my drone found that was a subsidiary of Evo Corp and is run by Angry Ivan over there.
You know what? I'm dumb. I'm just gonna do a search of what is this building that we're at? This compound.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Just call the police and ask them about their black sites.
Call
I don't think
911.
even the police know about Evo black sites, man.
No.
Call 911. Tell some angry Russian guy was shouting at you that you
That was
have
an Indian accent.
right
Come
away.
on, people. It was
That was
Indian.
God,
That
idiot.
sounded really
Yeah,
that was like-
man.
That
One of
was
the
so
worst
not East
accents.
Indian, man.
What are you doing here? Go away.
What
Y'all
are you
tried
doing
throwing
here?
flashbangs?
Come again.
What are you
What are you doing here, my friend? You must be leaving.
You
must
have to
go.
leave this site immediately or I'll
just
call the
want
police on you.
Suddenly very racist.
Just a bit.
Which is place?
Anyways,
I've been doing
have
terrible
3
English.
successes on a computer
Sometimes.
check
So,
about what the fuck this place is.
We're getting banned.
yeah.
Can I also cross-reference with the contact names I pulled off of the contact or off of the comlink?
Not really. These buildings don't really exist. I mean, there are indications that these buildings were built, but never really used for anything.
Okay,
So
what
is it-
about the names I got off the phone?
They're just a bunch of random fake identity names. It looks like John Smith and stuff like that. Now if you do me an edit file check, you can see if you can kind of reconstruct what you got of that file.
Well, I guess I can. Edit check is computer, which is limited by
Computer.
data processing.
Plus logic, data processing versus intuition firewall.
Okay. And because it's on a file, I don't worry about my noise rating. I'm not trying to go across the damn wire.
So it's basically an unopposed test.
I am going to switch up my programs real quick. So give me a minute. Aha! Edits gives me a +2 to my data processing. Alright, let's switch out Signal Scrub for edit, and then we'll go ahead and try. So my edit is now a 7. I have 5 successes.
Okay. So what you're gonna reconstruct of the file, it basically tells you that this is a subsidiary of Evo. That's not a registered place, but it's a company that has an office downtown. They do Bioware and cyberware modifications here, kind of off the books for the soldiers in the housing nearby.
Ah, well, that's nice. Gentlemen, this is very much our location. I've managed to pull some information off of a comlink before I found a landmine of sorts. This apparently is a facility used by Evo to enhance the soldiers for Fort Lewis. Off the books, of course. The buildings here are not registered publicly or at all. There's no information or trails stating that they are even being used. So, I am very sure that this is exactly what we are looking for. However, I don't believe it would be wise for us to go in, as you might believe, noisy. I believe this is the way you say that, yes?
Yep.
But
Hey,
we
Tim.
did have that signal about noise and slamming the door.
He's
Yes,
talking
sir.
about going into the actual site. map.
Your common sense tells you that, hold on, how are these Shadowrunners gonna find you if they have no idea where to look?
Is that my problem?
You're pretty sure they have no idea where this compound is,
But I don't
Because
have
it's-
any of their information.
but you know someone who made you do this who may have information.
Come on, name help us say we're all too retarded.
Alright.
Yeah, because I'm still not convinced we're at the right site.
Alright. Ted is connection 2, loyalty 1. I make a phone call.
Teddy!
Ted, what time are these assholes supposed to be here?
I don't know. Some point. Why?
I think they're lost. You got a number or something? Got this tingle in the back of my head.
You think so?
Yeah, probably not the smartest bunch.
Alright, well, I mean, I can't just give out the address, they'll know. You'll have to come up with something. But let me get you in contact with a friend of mine.
It works.
Alright, stand by. They'll give you a phone call.
Oh, hang on, one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, coffee machine.
Do I have a coffee machine?
Well, can you requisition one for me? Because this place has jack shit.
Should be one coming with all your stuff.
I appreciate it.
Yep. And then he hangs up. About 5 minutes later, you get a phone call from an unknown number.
You got Steve.
Hey, Steve. It's a woman's voice you'll recognize. I heard you have some concerns.
Concerns about what?
I don't know, people being lost, stuff like that.
Yeah, I got this feeling they're not going to show up today unless they have some mysterious intervention.
I'll be honest with you, I have no idea where you're at.
No, do you have a phone number or something you can send me?
Not exactly. What city are you in?
I tell her what city I'm in.
It's Frederickson, but yeah.
Frederickson.
Alright, I will attempt to point them in the right direction. There is a pizza parlor out here that I really enjoy.
Oh, really? What's the address? The guard out front wasn't any good.
It's Pirelli's Pizza. It's really good.
I appreciate it.
Now just be careful. They're gonna be watching you coming in and out of that place.
Oh, who says they're coming in with me?
Alright, well, good luck to you.
Alright, I appreciate it.
Don't fuck this up or you'll die. And then the phone hangs up.
I'm already
Oh.
dead. Died.
Alright, let's see. Hashbang, you get a phone call.
Who is this trying to contact me?
It's White House.
Ah, Miss Whitehouse, how may I assist you?
Where are you guys right now, out of curiosity?
Well, we would be blessing the rains down in Africa. We are currently somewhere in between, somewhere near Lake Lewis, I believe this is, at a compound we've discovered down here. Belongs to Evo. Might I ask what this pertains to?
I don't believe you guys are going the right way.
Oh, my. That is unfortunate. Do you have more information that you've come across?
Not particularly. There is a great pizza place though, Forelli's Pizza. Some of my favorite pizza. It's good stuff. You should try it sometime.
All right, give me a second here. All right, I'm going to do a judge intentions test, trying to figure out what the fuck is she going on about. 2 successes.
So the thing with judge intentions is to see if they're lying to you or not. It's an
Right.
opposed test.
So what I'm really trying to do is trying to figure out if she's trying to be deceitful.
No, she doesn't seem to be lying to you.
Not so much lying about exactly what she's telling us, but trying to subvert us. If she's like, if you were trying to tell someone like false information so they go somewhere else. Not so much that she's lying about this being a good pizza place.
I mean, randomly mentioning a pizza place does kind of raise questions, like, why is that relevant? Which kind of leads you to believe that maybe it has more value than it seems at face value.
Well, she tells us the name of this pizza place, right? So I'm going to look up where the pizza place is.
It's in Frederickson.
Great. Where is Frederickson in relation to where we currently are?
Northeast, in Puyallup.
I guess we drive there.
Oh, that's quite a distance.
And we're in our truck, so it'll take a while.
I mean, it'll probably won't take too long, but still.
Yeah, I've got enough time to socialize and think about how
Yeah,
I messed up with getting that drone.
All right.
Took us an hour and a half to get here from downtown, so I'm assuming it'll take us an hour to get there.
Yeah, let's go to Frederickson and grab some pizza. Getting a bit peckish.
Gentlemen, apparently White House has recommended that we visit a pizza parlor in Frederickson. I'll pass you the information as to where we're going. I assume this is all a part of a greater plan of some sort.
We are at the wrong place, aren't we?
Yep.
Now,
So
fuck you. There's no need to be so direct. It's rude and unbecoming of a lady.
I just
That's
give him
no
the
lady.
stare. The stare that only Asian women can make, so I can't even.
I turn to him and say, "But is she wrong, though?"
I mean, I stick the car in reverse with quite the jolt to, you know.
I just give this death glare at David.
It's a combination of death glare, car sort of jerks backwards and grinds as I stall it. Oof. Anyway, right, off to Frederickson we go. Drive this damn thing.
So we're looking for a pizza place now? And what are we gonna do at the pizza place? Just eat pizza?
Well, our contact contacted me to let me know that she wanted to know where we were, and then once she realized where we were, she said that there was a nice pizza place in Frederickson. I'm not
Okay.
one for reading through subtlety too much, but I suppose that in the line of business that we perform, I guess that's a way of dropping a hint.
I'm used to dealing with other catty women, so I'd say yes. Maybe while we're on our way, you should run a matrix search for warehouses around there.
That does seem like a decent idea. All right, so I'm doing. Does the signal rating get any better?
As soon as you leave in front of from that building area, it instantly clears up. Only like a -1 or 2 because of your distance from civilization. Yeah, it's a subtle hint, as subtle as a bag of bricks falling through a window.
That's the place.
Sounds pretty subtle to me.
Yeah, like my character has low logic and intuition, and even I don't think she would have had to roll to figure it out.
Alright,
my
there, I'm
character's-
going to lunch.
My character's logic is 4, and intuition's 4, so.
Hey, where you going to lunch at, man?
Oh, the pizza place I just heard about.
Oh, you want to bring me back a slice?
Yeah, sure. What's your poison?
Ah, man, anything really. Just I haven't had pizza in so long.
Bring him Hawaiian.
Yeah.
I'm not a monster.
What a monster.
Hawaiian pizza.
Hawaiian, and I'm
Look,
playing a Hawaiian
you-
and a Monster Ultra White.
You don't know that
4 successes.
Evo corporate society, Evo corporate culture wouldn't allow me to do that.
So you're looking for just warehouses?
I'm looking for warehouses, preferably have some relation to Evo or its subsidiaries in the area around that pizza place.
Oh, there's hella warehouses. Hell, the old Boeing.
Related to Evo or its subsidiaries.
I'm getting there.
Okay.
Have patience.
This is sovereign territory.
Statist.
Oh, that's scary.
Leave me out of this.
Anyway, so related to Evo, warehouses. Well, how many successes do you have?
4 successes.
Okay. So Evo warehouses, there's a couple, but not anywhere near that area. The one thing does catch your eye. It's an old closed out hospital, south of the Boeing plant, or former Boeing plant. It sits next to a warehouse. The hospital's closed down, and Evo doesn't own that warehouse, but they own that hospital. But it's weird seeing a hospital that's closed down this day and age, especially in this part of town.
Well, gentlemen, I believe we may have found something of value here. I see there's a warehouse located near a closed-down hospital here in Frederickson. The hospital itself is owned by Evo, but it's closed down next to this warehouse. I have a feeling this is more towards where we need to go. But first, I believe we should probably stop by this pizza place and just make a check to see if anyone is looking for us there before we head off.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I'm gonna put on the van by the taco place. Just because there's Farrell's Pizza by the taco time is, by the barbecue, and you go sort of down, just so it's out of the way, just in case people are watching us. You never know who might be watching a pizza place at this time. Especially because we've just annoyed Evo Corp, so they've probably got,
You fucks
people checking the net.
Anyways,
Everyone's at the pizza place.
Yeah, we drove to the pizza place and.
I'm gonna buy 2 extra large meat lovers.
Whole pizzas?
Whole pizzas.
God bless.
Can I have
Is it by
some?
the slice?
Of course, the second one is for you, Yodi.
I'm gonna go and buy
You're too kind.
some sort of really spicy one, sort of spicy pepperoni. And I'm gonna put as much Tabasco sauce as I can on that thing.
Why are you putting Tabasco sauce on pizza? Stop.
Because I can.
Put that Tabasco sauce on the pizza and I'll break your fucking
anyways,
hand.
I'm gonna take a look around the pizza place and see if anyone there is. God, I can't believe I'm saying this. If anyone looks out of place besides us.
Nope. They all look like workers.
All right. I'm gonna go out on a
A
limb.
crowd of people enter into the restaurant you're in, and goddamn, do they look out of place.
God damn it.
I guess we have that.
You got an elf, in a suit. You've got an elf Lolly in a Lolita dress. You've
With
got
2 swords on her back.
All right,
two swords on her
Johnny.
back. There's
They're only wasted
a
on the same side.
glaring blonde woman, a just regular looking muscle guy,
I
and
need to roll to
reporter-looking
resist.
guy.
I need to roll to resist physical damage from the.
A regular looking muscle guy?
Roll your edge stat to see if you can be overcome by the combined
okay,
edge
hang
of
on.
our power.
I will roll my edge stat.
Just a question. My character's wearing. He's got.
I have 2 successes and 2 fails.
Yeah.
Do I break my back from cringing?
You sigh heavily.
I mean,
You know
he's
exactly
wearing
where
sort
this is
of.
gonna go.
I mean, he's wearing the Ares Victory white stuff, so it's like.
Okay, so the reporter guy is actually wearing like full RealTree camo,
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
because that is exactly what that looks like,
Yeah.
including a mask.
I mean, I ended up doing nature reporting, so sort of.
Yeah, in a fucking urban environment.
So-
We're in the warehouse district.
You're in Puyallup, though. It is basically the wilds.
Yeah.
Real tree.
I want to die.
How do you think I feel? This is my character.
Some reporter guy, because he's also got mag boots, a sort of camera collar thing.
All right, did
for
I?
armed guards.
I saw them get out of their pierogi truck, right?
No, they walked in. They parked their truck somewhere else.
I finished my lunch.
Everyone's trying to mind their own business and not stare.
Yeah. I scribble. Hang on. I scribble down the address on a fucking napkin. I walk past the fucking table, and I drop the napkin as I walk out the door and back to my vehicle. I don't think, actually, no. I just throw the fucking napkin at him. I go degenerates. No, I'm kidding. I can't do that. That would be against corporate culture. I need to be accepting of all people and their disabilities.
I'm gonna break your fucking hand.
I'm trying to think of the tactical something, the Metal Gear tagline. Tactical reporting
You know what? I'm
operations.
gonna pre-edge this just because I got a tingling in the back of my head that I need to.
God bless.
I shouldn't have worn RealTree. I had no idea that it was RealTree. I thought it was just a hunting jacket. And,
Oh,
you know.
it's full camo.
Oh.
It's a whole RealTree.
Because I thought it was just, I could pass it over sort of a casual hunting jacket
So
and trousers.
you could pull it off. You could pull it off, right? So
All
you have a
right,
big
I
ass
have
truck,
6
you need
successes.
a hat, and you need like dip in your
Say
leg.
again?
I have 6 successes on this palming test,
Yeah, you suddenly kind of like drop the napkin like it's not even coming from you.
and I am
As
out.
you guys are settling down in your seat, and everyone's ignoring you because you guys are blending in like perfect. A napkin falls under your table.
I pick it up. I reach down and, unfold it.
Like a tree in a field.
All right,
we
no,
are
but
unnoticed.
I did buy pizza for the guard, so I got the pizza and a soft drink for him.
Whoever has the napkin unfolded it, there's an address written on it.
Okay. I sort of, look at him.
And
Hey, I
you,
think...
it
Sort
is
of nudge,
a-
nudge, wink, wink sort of thing. Like, I think this is it, guys.
no, the napkin literally just says nudge, nudge, wink, wink under it.
Oh, okay. I think that's our guy. Seemed a bit...
It makes a tactical hasty retreat.
Yeah.
Oh, no, here's the thing. Do they even notice me with that palming test?
They don't notice you dropping the napkin. They just saw you walk by.
We walked in, somebody looked up, saw us, and walked out. I'm not surprised.
It's a common occurrence.
Yeah, how many people walked out? Because
About 3 or 4 other people.
I recall getting beat fucking back a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, no, a good handful of people walk out. They're just like, no, this isn't worth it.
I get back in my car and I go back to work.
God bless. Alright, I assume you just drop off your pizza as you go back. Did you get them Hawaiian?
No, I got him a pepperoni pizza.
Good. He appreciates it.
No problem.
You got me Hawaiian? He shoots you in the stomach.
That would be again the terms of unity.
Alright, so you guys are staring at a napkin with an address on it.
Yeah, I'm going to quickly search for this address.
I think he needs to roll a perception test to realize what the address is.
Yeah.
Intelligence chest to make sure this isn't a trap. No, I'm just going to do 5.
It's a data bomb and a napkin.
It's
It's a data
data bomb.
bomb. It looks like a real bomb.
Oh,
Touch
It's a
napkin.
bomb.
Just
Just opens
toxic
it.
spirit jumps out.
Just
I mean-
opens it and just a pair of lasers
Oh, God,
beam
it's a-
data directly into his eyeballs.
it's a
Oh,
magic
you know what it
napkin.
is?
It's a bug spirit hidden in the napkin.
No, it's
Several bug spirits.
It's a rating 20 meteor that's touch activated.
Oh no.
You see,
Just-
the
No, you
worst thing
guys
is-
don't understand. I have a really bad experience with the spell meteor or comet. One of the two.
So there's a joke in D&D about so what do you call your exploding runes? And your exploding runes say these are exploding runes. So that when they read it, the runes explode because they just read exploding runes. Get it?
Oh,
So what this is, you see, it's not just an address. It's an address to a data bomb. So the minute I search for the address, it's going to activate a data bomb.
No, so it's because the
Yeah.
magic guy, the awakened guy, is reading it. It's gonna set off the spell.
Oh no, confusion. I hit all the hangers.
Good times. Anyway, so your search pulls up a warehouse compound to the south next to that abandoned hospital.
Well, gentlemen, I believe my hunch was correct. Whoever our guardian angel is here has led us directly to where we're supposed to go, and I, for one, am quite tired of looking gift horses in the mouth.
Really?
I don't know which one of you guys has the horseshoe up his ass, but yeah, let's head there, park around the corner, and
I was thinking we.
As you open up the
direction.
napkin, there's a note saying, "Don't park around the corner. They're gonna fucking see you."
Nice.
should we just leave the van here then?
Yeah, I mean it's a good miles of. Yeah, let's leave the.
How far is it again?
It's like half a mile down the road southbound.
Yeah, that's not that far.
I go back to
It's
my
at-
paperwork.
yeah.
And you're slowly making your way through it, but goddamn, there's a lot of money coming from weird places.
Not my business. I just gotta make the numbers match.
Alright, so what are you guys doing?
So we head over to the warehouse, we find the door that is open, and we slam it closed.
Very loudly.
If only it was that easy.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna be that easy. But we should maybe recon the position.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, as you guys roll
Perception check.
closer to the warehouse, we're gonna fade to black.